Motherfuckers hate us because they ain't us.
Let's go to Portland, Maine. This is Eric. Eric in Portland, Maine wants to talk a little about the WNBA and my weight. Hi, Eric.
Slam Man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Why do you think?
Thank you so much for taking my call. Seriously, you're my favorite substitute pimp, and I can't even believe I got through trying to talk to such a fine actor / comedian as yourself.
Oh yeah, but where's there's a catch here? What is it? Just cut to the man.
No, there's no catch. I can't wait to see you. If you ever come to the Northeast, I absolutely can't wait to see you. I am, however, a little concerned. I heard you yucking it up a little bit about Bartolo Colon and his weight problem.
I'm 5'10", 190, Eric.
No, I realize.
Eric, no. We can't look. We can sing together. We can't talk together.
J-Moore, I too.
J-Moore. Eric, how tall are you?
Myself, 6 foot 170.
No, the other guy. Eric behind you. How tall are you?
What are you talking about now? Eric, I'm 6 foot tall.
Yeah, and how tall are you? And how much do you weigh?
175 pounds.
You're 6 feet.
I saw a picture.
Slow down, dude. Shut up.
Okay, over the weekend I saw a picture.
All right, you're gone. Bro, put your crystal meth pipe down when you're driving through the woods of Maine. Holy smokes, that guy was fired up. Manic much, Eric? I'm 6'1", myself? How tall am I? No, I was talking to Eric, the guy that sweeps up around here during the show. I'm 6'1", 170 pounds, and you're fat. Really? You look like Ichabod Crane, you freak. Your Adam's apple is in between your nipples. Clones, 5'10", 190. Whew. I had to run that guy. All right, let's go to Eric in Portland, Maine. Eric, you are on the Jim Rome Show with me, Jay Moore.
Jay Moore, how you doing? You're my favorite substitute blimp in the box. I love you, man. And I have a bit of a bone to pick with you. Last time you hosted, you had a bit of a good time at my expense. You accused me of being a meth addict, which was fine. It wasn't true at all because at the time of that call, I hadn't used meth in days. So you're way off there. You called me Ichabod Crane. It's all on YouTube. But nonetheless...
you had to get that in there, huh? To get your extra 4 minutes of fame so people can look you up on YouTube. But go ahead, my man. You're
a great guy, man, and I actually compiled a list of Grand Slam Man's recipe for success. It's a 3-hour show. Well, a little less than 3 hours. You finally got there. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
First hour, shamelessly promoting Gary Unfunny, Gary Unmarried.
Yep. Tonight at 8:30. Hold on. Tonight at 8:30. You're right. Gary Unmarried is on CBS tonight at 8:30.
Right, and fortunately, are you friends with Kevin James by any chance? Because you make that guy look anorexic. It's a good thing he's off here because he was looking a little unhealthy next to you. Second hour.
No. Hey, Eric, let me just jump in. You realize Kevin James is probably 80 pounds heavier than me, right? In real life. I mean, I know you got a little bit working for yourself.
All right, hang on. I got the second hour.
No. I want to know if you know that. You realize Kevin James is like a good 80 pounds heavier than me, right?
I realize that.
You know I'm 6 feet tall. I weigh 190 pounds.
Your CSI David Carradine impression, that's very fresh.
Okay, by the way, it's David Caruso, not David Carradine. David Carradine hung himself in Thailand. But it's nice to know that that'd be a very tough impression to pull off, considering he's been dead. But it's good to know that you are making an absolute ass out of yourself on the radio, Eric, in Portland, Maine.
On the third hour of the show, you're going to fend off people, that are making light of your recent battle with obesity. And I want you to keep up the great work. Wore you and Delta Burke blazing a trail for yo-yo dieters everywhere, and wore your favorite elastic waistband pants with the fork and knife holster. Bye, badass.
I, by the way, had nothing to do with that buzzer. Who hit the buzzer? Don't do that, man. I'll let you know if I want somebody to run. Let him get loose today. Let him stretch their wings. The guy's, he's horribly unhappy. He's Eric in Portland. He's an unhappy man. He doesn't live in a good city like Houston. Eric in Portland, thanks for calling and having takes that were all wrong. I like that Eric said, I'm giving me and Kevin James are the same size. I like that he said I do a David Carradine impression and that me and Delta Burke are on yo-yo diets. That's good. So why don't you go back to your hippie lettuce in Portland, Maine, listen to Yo-Yo Ma, and have fun living in the woods. And, boy, can you imagine that guy being your neighbor? Hey, not for nothing. Your garbage cans, they're sort of like on the easement between our properties. And good luck with your parachute pants. And your wife's a whore. And, I just thought you should know your wife's a whore, and you got parachute pants. I didn't like them apples. If you live in Portland, Maine, why do you sound like you're from Dorchester? Get your own accent. You're making fun of me. You don't even have a Portland, Maine accent. You sound like a homeless guy in Southie. Hey, how are you? Are you Larry Bird? Could I have 5 cents for a Larry Bird sandwich?
So we're going to go to Portland, Maine. Number 6 comes to Eric in Portland, Maine. Yeah, Eric, you there?
KB, how you doing? You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. You understand how to play the game, right, Eric?
I think I do, yes.
All right, here it comes. Name this ice bucketer. Was that Steve Nash, Kyle Brandt, or Marshawn Lynch? Hit it again. Who was it?
Well, KB, I don't suppose I could hear a third time, no?
Why not? Let's push our luck here. This is the last time. Here you go. Was it Steve Nash, Kyle Brandt, or Marshawn Lynch?
I think I got it. I'm going to go off the board, though. I think it's none of the above. Quick question. Is that former Steeler great Cordell Stewart? No?
No, it's not former Steeler great Cordell Stewart. I don't know why you would answer that. Get out of here. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. Does anybody no, and should we run that one to someone else? Here. What a moron. No, why would it be Cordell Stewart? Off the board. I gave you your 3 options. I have a feeling I know where you're going with that guess, and it's just not a place I want to follow.
Eric, you're on the Mike Gallagher Show. Our toll-free number is 800-655-MIKE. Hello, Eric.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Hey, first-time caller, and I'm a huge fan, and congratulations on Funny Girl, by the way. That's a big deal. Good for you.
Thanks. I'm pretty excited about it. First paying gig. Now, you don't want to know what I'm getting paid, but still, it's pretty exciting. It's an equity production, and I'm pretty proud of it. Thanks, Eric.
Good for you. We don't get tired of hearing about it. That's excellent. And
Thanks.
I kind of stumbled upon your show, and I like everything you're saying, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I completely 100% agree with you. I appreciate the warning. I will be keeping my kids home that day.
Wow.
What are they going to do? Tie them up and tape their ears open? The last thing I want is my kids to come home thinking it's cool to smoke butts and root for the Chicago White Sox. Bye.
That's good. And he hung up. He took his shot there and hung up. That's funny. That's right. Eric's children will come home the night of September 8th with a cigarette hanging out of their mouth and a Chicago White Sox baseball cap on their head. And all will be wrong with the world. All right. Thank you, Eric, and welcome to the show.
All right. A couple phone calls here. Eric in Maine. Eric, welcome to the Dan Patrick Show. Thanks for holding.
Thanks for taking my call, Dan. Or should I say Sporto? Because I definitely have you pegged as Emilio Estevez character on the Breakfast Club.
Thank you.
No doubt about it.
Thank you.
You guys actually stole my thunder with that. But you already know, but for Brooklyn's benefit, I'm 6 feet tall and a massive 170.
That's nice. That's nice.
Is she nearby, yeah?
Yes, she is. Yes. Yes.
Well, actually, I have a fashion question for her. But before I even get to that, I wanted to you guys are talking about who got it done. A-Rod this weekend definitely stepped it up. And I know we give him a hard time about his orange face and everything. But speaking of the color orange, here's my question for Brooklyn.
Oh, here we go.
How do you feel about a guy who goes to a significant event such as, I don't know, handing the Lombardi Trophy to the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers and shows up with an orange tie? That's all I got. Don't you forget about me.
Thank you, E. Brooklyn, he's talking about this Super Bowl tie In fact, I have the tie over here right behind me. Eric in Maine, welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
DP, how you doing?
Hi, Eric.
6 feet and a massive 170. How you doing?
Good, man.
Couple of quick points. As far as the poll question goes, I do have a daughter. I wouldn't let her anywhere near those 3 bums. I would insist that she not only go out with Roethlisberger, make some grandchildren with him for me. He's a stand-up dude. You and your hideous tie know that he's innocent. You know that. And I want to tell you something. A couple years ago, remember he got whacked on his motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what? That woman was from the New England area, okay? And she now sits at the 50-yard line at that cesspool Foxborough, and I think this is a conspiracy just like that one. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Eric doesn't like the tie that I wore at the Super Bowl.
Wait, so the motorcycle accident was on purpose?
I guess by a woman who was a Patriot fan.
Wow.
Wicked sketchy.
Eric in Maine. Eric, welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
DP, how you doing, pal?
Hi.
Nice to talk to you again.
Hey, man.
You did our local show with Shu and Joe. I really enjoyed it. They got it up on their website, and it was nice to hear you talk a little bit about Rajon Rondo and Eat a Little Crow. But I want to tell you something about these mercy rules. I think they're completely foolish. There's something to be said about getting annihilated day in and day out. I went to a tiny little Catholic high school in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Our soccer team, not only did we get creamed 12, 15-0, I mean, every single time we took the field, we didn't even score a goal until my junior year, and it was absolutely unbelievable. We acted like we won the Super Bowl, big pig pile at midfield, mid-game. We were getting killed anyway. It was like 9-0 at the time, but it really builds character. And by the way, I called Dan Patrick a stud. Bye.
All right, thank you, Eric. Eric, he always sounds like he's on the clock. You know, he's got like 60 seconds to get everything in.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's good. Eric in Maine, welcome to the Dan Patrick Show, Eric.
CP, 6 feet, slender, 175. Ding! How you doing, pal? It's great having you up. And our affiliate picked you up, I'd say, 6 to 8 months ago, and it's an absolute pleasure listening. I can't imagine life before Dan Patrick from 10 to 12, Sports Radio WJAB. Anyway, I had a couple of quick questions for you, Dan, and you brought up earlier the Super Bowl that you were at, and how does it feel to know that you're forever going to be immortalized for wearing that hideous orange tie at the trophy presentation? And the other thing is, I have a 97 Honda Accord. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Reggie Jackson. Bye.
Thank you, Eric.
97 Accord.
Is it tricked out? The hideous orange tie?
Wow, that's strong.
It was a strong tie, but that was a tribute to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who used to wear uniforms that were that shade, Eric.
Hello.
How many Super Bowl trophies have you handed out, Mr. Honda Accord? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Good to be on in Maine. The Mainers.